Anne was 77. She had a diagnosis of vascular dementia and experienced short-term memory loss. 2 years earlier, she had moved into residential care. She had then twice returned to her former home at her own request, but each time she had asked to go back. She missed the social interaction the home provided. Anne continued to have the capacity to make her own decisions. The community mental health nurse with responsibility for Anne found that her son, who held an enduring power of attorney, had apparently removed items from her family home, so she contacted the local authorities' Safeguarding of Vulnerable Adults officer. An alert was raised and the police contacted. They, however, took no action, taking the view that Anne had agreed to her son taking the items. This son also had an agreement signed by Anne to transfer ownership of the house to him while giving Anne the right to live there until her death. He and his family had subsequently moved into Anne's home. Anne had no recollection of signing the agreement and was unhappy about the arrangement. She had drafted a will 12 months previously stating her wishes, but her solicitor had been reluctant to proceed with its signing unless there was a medical witness to confirm Anne's capacity. The matter of the will had not progressed since then and it remained unsigned. Anne was referred to Advocacy for Older People through the local advocacy hub following a referral by the community mental health team. Once an advocate was allocated, Anne stated her wish to make a new will and change her power of attorney. The advocate considered how she could support Anne and enable acknowledgement of her legal rights. She researched these and the relevant legislation, met the care home and mental health staff who knew her, and, with Anne's permission, her solicitor. They discussed her position, including her right to an assessment of her capacity under the Mental Health Act. It was agreed to seek such an assessment before any legal documents were signed. It was established that Anne had the capacity to make her own decisions, so she was given the time and opportunity to state her wishes for a new will. The new will reflected her wishes of 12 months earlier. Anne also revoked the existing enduring power of attorney and confirmed a new power of attorney. Once the advocate was involved, the care home staff, social workers and the safeguarding team were all made aware of concerns about Anne's son's behaviour. They learned that he had previously been verbally abusive to her. The son was informed of his mother's wishes and sometimes took part in the formal discussions. It was agreed that any future meetings by him to see Anne would be with her prior agreement and would be monitored. This meant it was still possible for her to see her grandchildren. The son, who denied ever taking anything from his mother, was allowed to remain in her bungalow. Anne and her daughter were told she could have the ongoing support of the advocacy service. She now had peace of mind about the ownership of her home and control of her own affairs. And by making others aware of her situation, the risk of further abuse had been reduced.
Gail, could you tell me one benefit you feel your organisation has had from being part of the MIT project?
Yes. A definite benefit has been hearing the experiences and learning from the experience of the other member organisations who've got a lot of casework experience which we haven't got, and hearing how things have developed and the problems and the benefits of the work that have come out of that.
Brilliant, thank you. So could you tell me why you think you didn't have a lot of referrals for advocacy provision around personalisation during the lifetime of the project?
I think it was really just timing that the personalisation agenda hadn't been rolled out across the area where we work in as far as in other areas. So it was really largely timing. It's now much more available than it was previously.
Great,
Yep.
thank you very much.